This week, the IFA launches from Empire, Louisiana for the final Lucas Oil Redfish Open of the season. We've got 23 of the top professional redfish teams in the country looking for their share of an all-cash payout. And the action starts right now. The Inshore Fishing Association and Cabelas present the oldest, largest, and most prestigious red fishing tournament series in the nation, the IFA Redfish Tour.
This week we're in Empire, Louisiana for our second and final Lucas Oil Open in 2017 season. Empire, Louisiana should be a great tournament.
The Lucas Oil IFA Open is a big tournament. It's one of the premier events in the country. And for us, you know, it's our goal has always been to win one of these. Last year we finished ninth in the first one we fished. And we're looking forward to a good showing here.
Right now, I mean, the area's always been great to us. We've had a lot of previous tournaments where we've done well here. But the water right now seems to be a little low than normal. We got a falling tide throughout the late in the evening, so in the morning we're gonna have a high tide, which is gonna be nice. It's gonna be allow us to get into up shallow and get those bigger slots. But as the tide starts to fall, they're gonna be moving out towards some of the mouths, and we'll work our way that way later in the day.
Yeah, he's decent.
He ain't that big, but he's a start. Not really exactly what was over here yesterday, but they're in here. We saw a toad earlier when we first pulled in. He just wouldn't eat, so we'll be all right. All right, one down. Two more to go.
Trevor Taylor and Bill Burke fared well on day one, bringing a limit to the scales for 14.52 and a 10th place finish. But it was Justin Collison and Danny Sheldon with the lead, sacking up two big Louisiana reds for 16.51.
I think the highlight of our day was getting a good fish in the well early. We were a little concerned. The areas we're fishing have a lot of overs, and I think the second fish we caught was, you know, an 8 1/4. And so that's always a good feeling to get that one in early. And I mean, real early. So we, you know, it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and we knew we had time to pick the place apart and try and get another one, and we did about another half hour later. So yeah, that was the highlight of the day.
It's also worth noting that Collison and Sheldon are also in the hunt for the Lucas Oil Team of the Year. Coming up, we'll get back out on the water for the second and final day from Empire, Louisiana and the IFA Lucas Oil Redfish Open.
It won't win a beauty contest. Might win a fishing contest. For $85, you can bring it all without spending it all. Cabela's Advanced Angler's Tackle Bag. Great price. Lifetime guarantee. Only at Cabelas.
Lucas Oil Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Outboard Engine Oil will not only produce a level of confidence with each trip to the lake, but will provide trust backed by rigorous testing on the track as well as on the water. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil has an extensive additive package that will provide clean burning, smooth running, and maximum performance stability to any outboard on the market today. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil will not void your manufacturer's warranty. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine Products. Lucas Oil, it works.
The IFA Redfish Tour is presented to you by Cabelas. It's in your nature. By Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Powered by Ram Trucks. Guts, glory, Ram. Welcome back to Empire, Louisiana. We just launched day 2 of the IFA Lucas Oil Redfish Open from Delta Marina. Our cameras are on board with the day 1 leaders, Danny Sheldon and Justin Collison, as they make their way through the locks.
We'll make a run, probably, what, 80 miles? Yeah, 80. We're gonna go upriver, and we're gonna, basically the same game plan as yesterday. We've got 3 or 4 spots that we've fished 3 or 4 months this year, and there's some good fish in them, so Hopefully we can get over there and the weather's good and we can get a couple of the right bites and get back over here.
Patience plays a big part when you're making a 160-mile round trip just to catch 2 redfish. You never know when you leave the marina if your fish are still there or if they'll bite. Fortunately for Justin and Danny, it was just minutes into the day when they hooked into their first red of the morning.
I'll get him out. Just don't swoop back. We're good.
Measure, measure, measure.
Come on.
He's fat.
He's over. Overs. 27 3/4. Too big. On to the next. Dude, I thought that was gonna be the one.
His tail looks huge.
Yeah, it did. Wasn't a box tail.
You jacked him, no, bro?
While Collison and Sheldon regroup, we'll check in with the father-son team of John and Chris Henninger.
Dang, it took us an hour and 40 minutes to get to our spot. So hopefully the water's where we want it to be, and hopefully we're gonna be able to get up here. And we got about a 100-yard stretch that hopefully these fish are still here, and man, it'd be nice to get 2 off the bat and go on back home.
They're starting the day in second place, half a pound behind the leaders.
We got a little pot of fish that we found yesterday.
Watch out.
Right over into here, so we're gonna ease up and try to power pull down.
That was a fish running.
There's, see the tails, see the tails? Come on, baby. Be 2 perfect fish.
There it is. Got it. Yep. Good fish.
Oh, he's not too big. Come on, baby. Big. I got power pull on my neck if you want to push this down.
Okay.
You can just stay on that fish. I got you. That'd be a good starter fish. Oh, yeah. Now the trolling motor. Is it on? Hold on. I can't. Move the net, please. Move the net. Thank you. God almighty. Please, Father. Let it go. I got it. Got it. You ready? Yes, that's a pig, baby. Come on, sweetheart, measure. Oh my gosh, she's 26.5 inches. Sweet. How much you weigh?
She's 7 pounds.
All right, that's a good fish start, dude. And that's how you get your monkey off his back. I just hope we ain't messed these fish up and they got down behind us.
Back on Justin and Danny.
Do you see the fish?
I absolutely see.
Absolutely.
100%. I see the fish.
That's what I wanted to know. There's another one right there tailing. See his tip?
Yeah.
753 tip, boy.
Homeboy going to the left.
Whoa. Just hit a blue crab. Oh, we didn't do it. It was a fish, look.
Damn, it was a fish. Bet he won't bite now.
Hey, you're gonna have to get this one, dude.
All right.
I'll blast up in the weeds. You might have to make a long ball on him.
Old crosswind. Oh, do you see that?
Yeah, dude. Heard the trolling motor. You didn't have it in the Cala.
that
Come on.
short joker right there. That's what I'm talking about. Look at how long his tail is.
Yes. 26 and a half inches.
Easy. 7 3/4.
8 pounder.
Ha ha! Oh boy.
8 pounder. We need one more. We're gonna get him win this thing. We gotta get that pumping shit going.
When you start the day 8 ounces ahead of the rest of the field and your first fish weighs 8 pounds, well, things are going your way. Stay with us. We'll get right back out on the water for more tournament coverage from Empire, Louisiana. Day 2 of the IFA Lucas Oil Redfish Open.
Every curve, edge, line, and feature is designed for one quest: to seek, find, follow, and catch fish. It's all part of the Take Charge mission of the Ranger Saltwater Series. Experience the total performance difference at a Ranger dealer today. Whether you're trolling, bowling, drifting, anchored, or chasing the tide, these shallow water legends are built to fish as well as fly. Yamaha Outboards. You love the water, now own it.
The IFA Redfish Tour, presented by Cabelas, is also brought to you in part by Power Pole Shallow Water Anchor System, Mercury Marine, go boldly, and by Lucas Oil, it works. Welcome back to Southern Louisiana and day 2 of the IFA Lucas Oil Redfish Open. We'll get right back into tournament coverage as we rejoin John and Chris Henninger. They started the morning in second, and after making a nearly 2-hour run from takeoff, they hooked into their first fish, a 7-pounder that immediately went into the live well. Unofficially, they're now 1.5 pounds behind the leaders. They've got this pond to themselves, and that means they have a chance.
There it is right there. Get him. You're going back this way. I understand, son, but you know I'm trying to throw. Okay, it's no big deal. We'll get up ahead of him. You got the wind blowing me. God, why that wind was just blowing and it wouldn't stop. He wanted it too. He's still right there. I see him on top of the surface. Come on, get there. Got it. Oh my God. I got it. I don't know if he's any bigger than that other one. There's 2 fish. What's he look like? Yeah, he's a good fish. Oh my, he might be over. He might be over. He ain't ran no line. Come on, baby, get your head up. Get your head up, come on. Oh, get him away from there. Come on, get your head up. Turn it. I got it. All right, here he comes. Don't be too big. Too big, too big. But that's a pretty one. That's the way it goes. You got to catch them first, find out what they are. Oh, man, that...
Well, that's a tough break. Like much of the field, the Henningers have a long run back to weigh-in, and that means limited fishing time. While Chris and John reset, we'll check back with our leaders, really Justin Collison and Danny Sheldon. They've got an 8-pounder in the box, and they're hooked up again.
Boom! That's how you do it right there. 26 and a half.
Yeah, boy. What you weigh?
Almost 7 3/4.
Get him in here. Good tail?
Yeah. All right, let's take care of these fish for a minute. That takes some pressure off. Now we just got to worry about getting back to the weigh-in. The locks are closed. Added about 70 miles round trip to our run. We're gonna have to put that 300 in high gear. Let her eat.
This one's doing great, man.
I'm freaking pumped right now, right here. It's all about having confidence in your spot, you know. We knew we were catching some overs over there. We weren't liking the way it was going around this morning. The fish were acting weird and weren't floating. They were just busting mullet and they were staying low. So we made a move and came over here and we're getting some fish that are floating the way we like to catch them. So we got about 30 minutes left to fish, so we're gonna get back to it.
We good.
Unofficially, Justin and Danny have close to 15.5 pounds on day 2. They're going to be hard to beat. Moving on, we'll check back with the Henningers. They've got a limit, but they'll need a good upgrade if they're looking for the win.
Yeah, baby.
I don't have the power pole. Let me get it. I got it.
Oh, I got him.
Just don't be too big, baby.
Don't be too big. I got it, Dad.
Okay. I'm getting it. Just... Come on, baby, measure. Just when you get his head up, just bring him. I think this is gonna measure. I think this is gonna measure. All right. Come down. Half.
He's a hair over 27.
No! Flip him. Make sure you get his. Make sure you get his. Chris, that fish measures, doesn't he?
No.
Where's the slide?
He's 27 1/4.
Flip him. Here, let me get down there. Let me get down there again.
27 1/8.
Where's that slide at? This fish, this fish is gonna measure, son. I'm telling you. That is right there. I need to get him back in the water.
Put him back in the water.
Christopher, we gotta take a chance, man. Look at this. I mean, you can't get any better than that, son. It's a chance you gotta take. It's gonna be one of those deals that it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
I'm nervous now, man.
I wish I would knew where that thermometer was at.
It's right over here. The water's in the 70s.
Okay. Right here.
Team Henninger is taking a gamble. If that fish relaxes and doesn't make the slot, Don and Chris will forfeit the weight and potentially lose out on thousands of dollars. But they may have bigger problems at hand. Low on fuel, they're back at the locks, only to find them closed. While they make a call to check their options, we'll head to break. Coming up, the final weigh-in from Empire, Louisiana, the 2017 IFA Lucas Oil Redfish Open.
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others.
Long live the fearless. And long live the trucks that push you further. Ram. Proven to last.
The IFA Redfish Tour, presented by Cabelas, is also brought to you in part by Minn Kota Trolling Motors. Anywhere, anytime. By Hobie Fishing. Arctic Ice. We put the cool in coolers. And by Berkeley Gulf. Welcome back to Delta Marina in Empire, Louisiana. John and Chris Henninger rolled the dice in a big way. After nearly running out of fuel, they were rescued at the locks by fellow competitors. It's been a long day.
Stressful, thinking all them boats and how rough it was getting, and, you know, I'm just so thankful for them showing up to help us out.
It's a team sport, but you know what? We're all for one and one for all. You know, these guys are trying to get back. They could have the winning fish right here, and we were going to have to make the run back around. They didn't have the fuel to make it, so we told them to hop on, let's go. He called the tournament director, and he said he was cleared to do that, so we threw him in our bait well, and hopefully it'll work out for the best.
That's a class act of sportsmanship from Mark and Mike Cowart. One team helping another. That's how it's done in the IFA. Moving on to the bump table, if the Henningers get this fish to measure, they're almost certainly in the money. If not, it's just a long drive back to Florida.
Thank you, baby. I'm happy that the fish got it. That was my biggest thing. I didn't know if the fish was going to make it. And we said, listen, to be what it'd be. That was the moment that when that fish made it. You know, I knew in my heart that we weren't going to win because Justin and Danny are on some good fish.
Weighing 15.52 for the day, John and Chris fall a little short and finish out the event in third. Tad Vandemark and Nick Brangle brought 2 for 16.11, giving them 31.83 for the tournament in second place.
We've had a week. Lost a boat and a bunch of other stuff that could go wrong went wrong. So to be where we are in second place, it's a good stick in the mud for him, I can tell you that right now. He worked hard. I pulled the boat all weekend and he cast it all weekend, so I think I touched the rod twice, but he did a great job of snacking them and macking them.
And back at the top of the leaderboard, Justin Collison and Danny Sheldon added 15.44 on day 2, giving them a total weight of 31.95 and the win. They'll take home nearly $14,000 for their efforts.
They're going to win it. 782, that's your winners right there. 15.44, 31.95. That is your 2017 Empire Lucas Oil champions right there.
In addition to the win, Collison and Sheldon wrap up the Lucas Oil Team of the Year Award. Here's a look at the top 10 final leaderboard.
2 weeks ago, we fished the IFA in Homa, and we had an insane weight with 18.23, won that tournament. So yeah, I'd say we were on a little bit of a roll. We want to thank that to our hard work. You know, we spend all week doing this. I have to take time off guiding, and he has to take time off from his career, and I'm glad it's paying off. You know, hard work does pay off. I mean, it's proven that. So.
We'd like to thank the folks in Empire, Louisiana for their help this week, and a big shout out to our friends at Lucas Oil. For information on any of the IFA tours, look us up at ifatours.com. The IFA Tournament Series is a joint venture between Outdoor Teamworks and Careco TV. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Let us make this absolutely clear. The days of wasted casts and missed opportunities are over. New Mega Imaging takes fishing into the megahertz range for the first time, because higher frequency sonar means higher frequency of this. Without a doubt, it's the most detailed picture of the world below ever. And it's only from Humminbird.
This is my spot.
Right here. My thinking spot. My fishing spot.
My spot, not yours. This is where I go.
For release. And for catch and release. Where no one can find me. And fish can't hide from me. This is my spot. And I ain't going nowhere.
Hobie's Mirage Drive kayaks set the standard for fun on the water. Whether your passion is fishing, sailing, or recreational adventure, Hobie's got a kayak for you. Hobie's Mirage Drive mimics nature's proven designs for efficient and powerful propulsion and enhances your kayaking experience. Mirage Power, Mirage Performance, Mirage Drive. Hobie, enjoy the ride.
For over 80 years, serious anglers have depended on Penn. You can too. When you get that bite of a lifetime, be confident knowing that Penn is with you. Penn, let the battle begin.
Trusted and used by the most experienced sportsmen to keep their game cold and fresh, Arctic Ice is the most reliable and longest-lasting reusable cooler pack available. But you don't have to be a serious hunter or extreme fisherman to enjoy all the benefits of Arctic Ice in your cooler. Whether it's road trips with a family, weekend tournaments, or backyard barbecues, Arctic Ice will make sure your cooler stays ice cold for days with no mess. Arctic Ice, no hassle, no mess, colder than the rest.